つか叶える物語映し出す二人を結ぶプリズム同じ空をどこかで見ているから君に伝える歌
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Hoshizora no Memoria. It's finally time for Chinami's route. And as you all should know at this point, Chinami and Yo, the protagonist, are blood-related siblings. So if you don't like incest stories, then I would say keep watching anyway. I mean, come on, don't be so narrow-minded. Let's start. I wonder if Chinami's route will be as short as Kosame's route. Well, we'll see. Let's skip to the first multiple choice section. Here we are, and here I choose a cover up for her. And skip. Here I choose a tell her. And skip. Here I choose forget it. And skip. Here I choose a tease her. And skip. And here I choose thank her. Have I read this before? Me too.
何が
When you're like that, I also like eating sukiyaki.
夜食にして重いメニューだねお兄ちゃん
Yeah, I think I read this before, so let's skip. Here I choose keep silent. And skip. Here I choose I can't. And skip. Oh, look who we have here, the albino girl. Ah. I catch a glimpse of her in an instant, but she disappears immediately. I get up, but because of my surprise, I couldn't stand up properly. She leaves the beach. I kick off against the sand. I run. I have to. It's throbbing. He is screaming. He? Who's he? My past self, is screaming at me to hurry. Don't make the same mistake. Don't let go again. If I let go again, I won't get another chance. I rush out of the beach and arrive at the car park. Visitors done with their trip to the beach are getting into their cars. Cars are lining up to exit onto the street. Because the place is filled with people and cars, I can't find her. Have I let go? Again? No, that's not it. I haven't forgotten about her. I may have forgotten her name, but I haven't forgotten her existence. I still remember. So it's alright. I still have chances. I have no intention of letting go of this memory. I return to the beach. I sit down to find the sand cooler than before. The sun has also sunken over halfway below the horizon. I see the first star of the night.
これが海
And that's where Mare appears. Well, it seems like he finally realized who the albino girl really is. Anyway, let's skip. Here I choose drop the subject. Skip. And here I choose dot 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 dot. And skip.
冗談です
And here we are at the last multiple choice for now. And here I choose embrace her. I gently embrace her. And Chinami embraces me back. What a persistent subconsciousness. That's what I think.
お母さんお兄ちゃん
A moment's pause.
お父さん
Chinami says that name. She says the names of those in our family. The warmth of the family that we have lost. Chinami wants it, doesn't she? And so we pass this long night together like this. Okay then, I'll see you on Chinami's route. Kugasaka Chinami is a pure maiden. She sure is. Her brother Yo would laugh if he heard that, but it's generally accepted that all girls in the world are pure maidens. Probably. Sure about that? The only discerning difference would be their degrees of maidenness. Chinami doesn't know how much of a maiden she is relative to others, though Chinami has something which is sufficient to prove she's a maiden. That is her music box. Her music box? Which was displayed in Chinami's favorite display cabinet, Mark II. She was insistent on Yo buying this display cabinet for her for this very reason. With her bad hair and eyes, which are forming a line, she grabs what she calls a paper music box. She turns the handle and the music box starts to play, causing Chinami to gradually wake up. She doesn't have time on weekdays, but she frequently listens to it on weekends when she doesn't need an alarm clock. It's also not unusual for her to listen to it before going to bed. The melody calms Chinami down, engulfs her with a feeling of relief. Basking in the warmth helps revitalize her. The fact that her life is explosive like a nuclear warhead is also thanks to this music box. In her current emotional state, a single mistake is enough for her heart to get crushed like dry wood. Really? Yet she's able to move on cheerfully. She can continue smiling. She can show her beloved brother her smile. She has based her existence on this mentality, whether she makes a conscious effort or not. With her head still in the clouds, she walks off unsteadily. She heads down to the kitchen to make breakfast for her brother. My idiot of a sister's usual morning greeting since moving to Hibarigasaki. This isn't breakfast, but lunch, and aren't you sleeping too much even for a day off? If I didn't, I would have starved. I'll still end up starving. Are you making fun of my normal taste buds? Yeah, what an asshole. She's always so energetic right after she wakes up. Chinami is bad with mornings, so perhaps she gets ready in her room before coming down. Though there have been times when she's entered the kitchen half asleep. She's a lot quieter in those cases, but the fact that she wants to help out with the cooking remains unchanged. As you can see, there is no need for you to ever go near the kitchen. Besides, why do you want to cook in the first place? You want to make money off my life insurance? Shouldn't you start by taking care of yourself first? You're nowhere near clear. Yeah, she is at least 18 years old. Fool, that's an insult to all kids. Here, this is your favorite mayonnaise. Yeah, you tell that asshole. On Chino is also up. With her eyes forming a line, she starts whacking the chopping board with a duster. Chinami also joins in with the duster. The chopping board was all sparkly by the time I finished eating. I get ready to head out while Chinami and Onchino, who has returned to normal, are having a late lunch. Yeah, wait, weren't you eating? I guess each dish is one bite or something. How about you get up earlier? Everything else can come later. I guess. Chinami stares at me in amazement. Well, you promised Mom to sleep early and get up early, so I can't exactly complain if she fulfills that. I have no qualms with her in the kitchen if it will make her rise early.
絶対明日はお兄ちゃんより早く起きるからね。
If she really does get up earlier, I'll have to prepare myself for the worst. I look forward to it without any real expectation. Okay, I'm going out.
どこ行くの？
Milky Way.
もしかしてバイト？
Yeah. I promised Asuho. I'll be back before dinner.
じゃあちなみも行くね。
Why?
ちなみもバイトしたいから。
What about your holiday homework?
どうもしてないよ。
Please, at least do some of it.
でもちなみはひばり校に転入してから宿題忘れて先生に怒られたことないんだよ。
That's because your teacher has given up on you.
そんなことないよ。いつも提出日によくできましたって褒められてるよ。
Whose work do you copy?
写してないよ。妖精さんが手伝ってくれてたんだよ。
Who's Fairy Sun? How many fingers am I holding up?
ちなみは正常だよ、兄ちゃん。
Is Fairy Sun some nickname for a new friend? I wonder if she's talking about Aden, you know, that other Shinigami we met on Isuzu's route.
ちなみが宿題やってると妖精さんが現れることがあるんだよ。大抵夜遅い時間だけどね。
Wait, since when did you do your homework?
ちなみはこれでも陰で努力してるんだよ。
It seems that she only works hard when she feels like it.
そんなちなみだからきっと妖精さんが手伝ってくれるんだよ。妖精さんはどうせ夢ですからって言ってちなみが寝てる間に消えちゃうけどね。
So Fairy Sun is just the product of her dreams? Well, at least you're not doing no work at all.
料理もそろそろ努力すべきだって気づいたんだよ。だからちなみにも朝ごはん作らせてね。
The only problem with that is that unlike studying, there will be consequences from her hard work. I look at the time on my phone. I better get going. Anyway, I'm going to work.
行ってきまーす。
No, not let's go. You mean have a safe trip? Chinami puts on her shoes.
ちなみも一緒にバイトするね。
You don't have to.
麻生先輩と一緒にお兄ちゃんにご奉仕するね。
Awesome. Don't make it sound so wrong.
でもちなみは新米メイドだから上級プレイは許してね。
Is staying home and behaving yourself considered high tier play?
最上級すぎてちなみには耐えられないよ。
Believe in yourself. I know you can do it.
ちなみの靴紐傘立てに縛らないでお兄ちゃん。
Well then, I'm off to work.
ようちゃんお出かけ？
My heart skips a beat. Did Onchino hear our conversation just then? Ah yeah, that's right. He keeps it a secret from her that he's working part-time.
ごめんなさいね。お出かけの前にちょっといいかしら。
It seems like she didn't, so I feel a sense of relief. I've been working in secret from Onchino. She'll probably stop me if she finds out. Nevertheless, I continue to work for the food expenses. I want to repay her in some form for taking care of us now. Is there something you want with me?
それとちなみちゃんに。
Saying that, Onchino takes out 2 envelopes. I remember this.
夏祭りも終わったし、またお小遣いあげるわね。わーい。
No, hold on a minute.
お兄ちゃん見てみて。ちなみの封筒から福沢諭吉さんが3人も出てきたよ。
Oh, so Fukuzawa Yukichi is the person on 10,000 yen notes, huh? Interesting. Confiscated.
毎度ながら鬼だよこの人。
Ishino-san, I'm giving this back.
ちなみちゃんどうぞ。お兄ちゃんのと合わせて福沢諭吉さんが8人に増殖したよ。
Whoa, 80,000 yen? That's quite a lot. Confiscated.
鬼だよ。
Shino-san, I'm giving these back.
ちなみちゃんどうぞ。はーい。
Confiscated.
落ち込んだり喜んだりちなみとても大変だよ。
Ishino-san, we received some only a while back. I forced the envelopes back into her hands.
私があげたいから渡すのよ。それにようちゃんは無駄遣いしないって知ってるから。
Onchino hands the envelopes to Chinami again.
ちなみちゃんも無駄遣いしないわよね。はい、大切に使いますから。多いと思ったら貯金してね。
Onchino walks back inside before I get a chance to object.
ちなみの生涯賃金の2万がお祭りでなくなったところだからちょうどよかったよお兄ちゃん。 これで第二の人生設計を立てることも可能だよ。
That's great. Confiscated.
ちなみの人生設計が
You're a zombie, so you have to learn some self-control.
それは差別だよお兄ちゃん。人間だってゾンビだって宇宙人だってお金の下で平等に生きる権利があるんだよ。
Silence, trash zombie. Hey, that's
一体どんな
mean.
ゾンビなの？
It's your own fault for spending 20,000 yen at the festival. Didn't Shino-san tell you not to waste it?
だってすぐなくなっちゃうんだもん。ちなみの消費エネルギーは2万ポッチじゃすぐ空になるんだもん。
What? 200,000? Silence, trash nuclear warhead.
燃費が悪いって言いたいのお兄ちゃん。
Anyway, I've given you this month's pocket money already. I'll look after this money until next month.
それじゃちなみはどうやって生きればいいの？
By breathing? Why don't you try eating your own tail? She has a tail?
無限の存在になるのはちなみにはまだ荷が重いよ。
Well then, I'm off to work. Chinami lets out an R sound.
とてつもない名案を思いついたよお兄ちゃん。
Silence, trash mate.
ちなみの案を見通すお兄ちゃんがとてつもなく恐ろしくてたまらないよ。
You don't have to work just because you're short on money.
それじゃちなみはどうやって生きればいいの？
But aren't there people who can survive on mist?
1000人になるのもちなみには荷が重いよ。
Okay, I'm heading out now.
行ってきまーす。
Chinami insists on coming in the end.
先輩、ちなみ一人でユニフォーム着られました。よくできました。ちなみちゃん似合ってるよ。
合格だ。
And when she said she wanted a job, nobody had a problem with it. This can't get any worse.
見てみてお兄ちゃん。お久しぶりのちなみのメイドさんルックだよ。燃えるでしょ、もだえるでしょ。お兄ちゃんが望むならこの姿でお子様ご遠慮のご奉仕だって。
What? There was something missing. She can service you in ways little children aren't allowed to see. Awesome. What if I made you go to hell? You've got to be kidding me.
ベタすぎてグリグリされなくても痛いよお兄ちゃん。りょうちゃん、かわいいちなみちゃん見たから照れ隠ししてるんだね。
You must be imagining things.
でもお兄ちゃん生体記録によると、お兄ちゃんがベタな冗談言うときは燃えこすに興奮して、
Oh, was that right? I teared up and threw it away.
2冊目もお亡くなりに。
Where are you hiding the third volume?
お兄ちゃんがちなみの体まさぐってる。囚人監視の中で無理やりメイド服を剥ぎ取ろうとしてる。あたかも鬼畜主人公のように。
Why do you look so happy?
仲のいい兄弟だね。
りょうちゃんがちなみちゃんのバイトに一番喜んでるみたい。
Why have I given that impression to others? Chinami, stop doing dumb things and do your work properly.
バカなのはお兄ちゃんだよ。いいよもう。どうせその記録は鑑賞用だもん。保管用は別にあるもん。
Of course she does. I dare say that my battle won't end until I destroy that safekeeping copy and the copy she uses for wild delusions after.
お客様来たよ。私が接客するからちなみちゃんはテーブルの準備。いらっしゃいませ。
Chinami rushes towards the customer. Hey, Chinami.
いいよ、私も行くから。ようちゃん、代わりにテーブルよろしくね。
I'm getting bad premonitions already.
本日はご来店ありがとうございます。
Chinami cheerfully greets the customer.
お客様は何名様ですかだよ。
Asoho instructs her secretly from behind.
お客様は何名様ですか？
The customer seemed to be surprised by her enthusiasm, but soon answered normally upon seeing Chinami smile.
何名か分かったら空いてるテーブルにご案内してね。何名か分かったら空いてるテーブルにご案内してね。
Don't just repeat after her, you moron.
そのまま復唱するなバカ。
Hey, you, come here for a minute.
お前ちょっと来い。ちなみの髪引っ張らないでお兄ちゃん。すみませんお客様。テーブルまでご案内いたします。
Thanks to Asoho taking over, nothing goes wrong.
何するんだよ。ちなみが接客してたのに。
How was that looking after the customer? You were just repeating what we said.
それだけじゃないよ。ちゃんとスマイルしてたんだから。
Enough already. You remain on standby. I'll do the rest.
新しいお客様だ。いらっしゃいま
I don't even have the time to stop her as Chinami rushes off.
本日はご来店ありがとうございます。
Asuho is still dealing with the previous customer. It's depressing, but I have no choice but to support her. Say, Mr. Customer, how many seats will that be?
お客様は何名様ですかった？
Are you some wrestler from somewhere?
お前はどこぞのレスラーか？
Boss, can I leave this to you?
了解。それにしても元気があっていいね。
Yeah, I agree. That grading system is way too lax. Chinami goes into the back of the store.
お兄ちゃんお兄ちゃん、マスターがちなみのこと合格だって。接客も満点だって。
Then aren't you satisfied? Let's finish up for today.
やだやだ、ちなみはお金貯めなきゃなんだもん。じゃないと今月生きていけないんだもん。
Then I'll send you off to a new workplace.
グリグリしてメイドに送ろうとしないでお兄ちゃん。
Even if you work here, you're still not getting paid until next month at the earliest. They don't pay in cash.
そうなの？
That's right, so stop. I can't cause the shop any more trouble, but most importantly, Onshino wouldn't allow Chinami to work. Chinami looks downhearted. I give you your pocket money after we get home today. She'll probably feel better now.
ううん。
However, she shakes her head.
お兄ちゃんが働いてるのに、ちなみだけ何もしないなんて、迷惑だけかけてるなんて。
She's saying things that aren't like her usual self. Whether I work or not doesn't really affect you, does it? Chinami bites her lip. She seems frustrated, like she wants to refute me but can't. This is rare for Chinami, who always talks back on reflex. But this isn't the first time. Ever since moving to Ibarigasaki, I've seen Chinami like this a lot more often. Though I don't know what significance it has.
ちなみちゃん、
Seeming to have finished handling the customer, Asuho drops by.
接客は今度ちゃんと教えるから。それから一緒に頑張ろう。あ、でも。だから今日はメニューを運んでくれるかな。
Chinami's eyes blink incessantly.
今から私がテーブルのお客様のとこに運んでいくから、よく見てるんだよ。
Asuho beckons Chinami over as she heads for the kitchen. Chinami's smile has returned. Thanks for that, Asuho. Though I'm still worried about the disasters that will ensue.
お待たせしました。
Hey, new
こ
CG.
ちらストライヤーの天秤になります。
Chinami works diligently with the waitress work after following Asuho's example. She still can't take orders, so she only brings the food that the boss prepares. Chinami works with a smile. When we don't have anything to do, she wipes the tables with me and straightens up the chairs. She's moving about even when there isn't much to do. Her apron flutters around as she works. Her relatively short skirt also flutters around.
笑顔がいいね。合格だ。
Boss, were smiles really all you were looking at? Just then, the wet towels on the tray Chinami was carrying fall down. Chinami bends over and reaches for them. Whoa! I hurriedly hold up the tray, which was tilting over.
あ、お兄ちゃん。
Be careful, there's food on the tray.
ありがとね。
I'll get new towels, so you go on ahead. I'm glad I prevented a disaster.
麗しい兄弟愛だね。
Boss, if you have nothing to do, please get some wet towels.
おっと。次のメニューを作らないと。
The boss, who has a maid fetish, returns to the kitchen with a grin. Who doesn't have a maid
お待た
fetish?
せしました。こちらファエトンの馬車になります。
She places the items on the table one at a time. I was scared at the thought of her possibly dropping them. She seems to have done it without any problem.
ご注文は以上でよろしかったでしょうか。
After the two young male customers nod, Chinami takes a bow and turns around. Maybe her uniform touched the table as the bill on the table falls to the floor. Chinami is about to bend down and pick it up. Her relatively short skirt slowly lifts up. It's almost visible. The customers' heads look down. Excuse me, customers, but I'll leave the bill here. I quickly picked it up and placed it on the table.
なんでちなみを蹴っ飛ばすのお兄ちゃん。
Well then, please enjoy yourselves. I pull Chinami inside the back of the shop. The two male customers stare at us blankly.
ようちゃん、ちなみちゃんを助けたんだと思うけど、お客様がびっくりしてたよ。
Asuho puts on a wry smile. I couldn't kick the customers.
それで代わりにちなみを蹴るのはどういうわけなの？
Silence! Hurry up inside the kitchen and get the next order.
お兄ちゃんのバカ。
Chinami walks off looking displeased. Asuho, does this happen often?
この制服目当てのお客様もいるみたいだけど、全然少ないから。
Are you sure about that? Are you fine, Asuho?
気をつけてるけど、変なお客様が来たら助けてね。
Wouldn't telling the boss to change the uniform be a better option?
もうトレードマークみたいになっちゃってるし。だから、ようちゃんが助けてね。
I'm not going to be swindled even if you say that happily.
私もちなみちゃんに負けないように頑張らなきゃ。
I hope she doesn't mean doing her best to get seen by the customers. I let out a sigh and get some new wet towels.
お待たせしました。こちらオリオンのコンボになります。
Across the store is Chinami, who has started work energetically again. I watch over her nervously.
もっとちなみちゃんを信用してもいいんじゃないかい？
Boss, you're only saying that because you haven't seen Chinami on a regular basis.
僕には君が過保護に見えるけどね。
That's also because you don't know Chinami very well. He shrugs his shoulders.
ちなみちゃんはずっとここで働いてくれるのかい？
If possible, I'd like to limit it to today only.
ちなみちゃん次第か。
Will you employ her if she says she wants to?
そりゃね。
Seeming satisfied.
だって彼女は合格だからね。
Am I the only one who thinks that his criteria is somewhat biased?
彼女の笑顔は作り物じゃないから合格と言ったのさ。そういう意味で君も合格だったんだよ。
I only put on business smiles.
仕事に対する誠実さが本物だったんだよ。
Saying that, the boss returns to the kitchen.
ご注文は以上でよろしかったでしょうか？
Her overly energetic voice reverberates in the store. Chinami's smile isn't fabricated. The boss said it wasn't forced. Really? Why am I doubting him? I proceed with my work while keeping an eye on Chinami as she does her job dangerously. A familiar guest comes to the store when it gets close to evening.
いらっしゃいませ。ってなんだ、アスカくんじゃない。
なんだはねえだろう。れっきとした客だぜ。
This is quite unexpected. Did you have something to do at school?
いや、だったら制服になるだろう。今日は商店街に買い物にな。
カメラ見に来たんだ。
まあな。つうか早く座らせてくれ。歩き疲れて寄ったんだから。
はいはい。それじゃあ1名様ご案内。
After Asuho shows him to the table, Chinami carries water over on tray.
あ、オカルト部長だ。
あれ、ちなみちゃんもバイト始めたのか？
はい、お客様にご奉仕中です。オカルト部長もお客様ならご奉仕します。お兄ちゃんがちなみのお尻蹴った。
Why did he do that? Is he feeling jealous? Because you said something retarded?
嫉妬でちゅか？
He sure is.
ちなみのお尻を三段蹴りに。ようちゃん、ダメだよ暴力は。
Yeah, you tell that asshole.
相変わらず過保護なんだな。
I'd rather you consider it training instead.
あ、そう。話し込むのは仕事が終わってから。オーダー取るの忘れないように。
なんで私だけ注意されるんだろう。
After taking Asuka's order, Asuho turns away unhappily. Chinami, you get back to your waitress job.
言われなくても分かってるよ。
Chinami leaves with a patter of footsteps.
小笠坂は仕事いいのかよ。
I'm the one who cleans the table after you leave. There happens to be no other customers. I take a little break and sit down. So you're going to buy a new camera?
海水浴で散々壊されたからな。まあ買い替え時ってのもあったし、まずは最新モデルを見にな。
To take photos of UFOs?
UFO だけじゃねえぜ。都市伝説の死神が現れたら、そいつも激写だ。
Has there been any progress for your research?
なんも。来週からまた学校で聞き込む予定だ。
Are you going to drag Chinami along too?
ちなみちゃんがいいって言うならな。
I suppose that in some respects it's preferable to have her participate in the Okaken's activities as opposed to working. Tell me if you find out anything.
別にいいけど、お前もなんだかんだで都市伝説が気になってんだな。
I won't deny it.
都市伝説の資料が集まったら、そのうち資料展でも開くから見に来てくれ。
And where are you going to do that?
秋になれば学園祭があるからな。岡県の出し物ってやつだ。
The Tenkuru will probably also be showing something then. Are circles allowed to set up exhibitions?
正式な部と違って場所取りが難しいけどな。まあ今年が無理でも来年があるし、学園祭でもちなみちゃんを借りるからな。
Not too often.
お待たせしました。こちらアイスコーヒーです。
あ、サンキュー。
There were 4 people's worth left on the tray Chinami's carrying.
ようちゃん、お仕事サボってる。
If there's something that needs to be done, I'll help out.
私も休憩するから。ちなみちゃんもお疲れ様。お疲れ様です。
It seems like there's nothing left to do, so we all gather around the table. It seems like the 4 serves of iced coffee were for our break. The boss has also gotten out his newspaper at the counter.
アスカくん、今度の肝試しはいつになるの？
肝試しじゃなくて夜の張り込みな。今さらどっちでもいいけどよ。
で、いつやるの？
まだ何も収穫ねえし、わからねえよ。
次こそは虫取り網で宇宙人を捕まえます。
If you decide to go ahead with it, make sure to tell me before Chinami.
わかったって。何にしろ情報がないことにはな。
学校で聞き込みとかやってたの？
いや、お盆の間はどこも部活やってなかったからな。でも来週から再開だ。
ちなみも応援してますね。
ちなみちゃん、聞き込みは来られないのか？
すみません、昼間のちなみはミルキーウェイのウェイトレスなんで難しそうです。
She seems intent on working.
だけど夜のちなみはおかけんの一員ですから、お声がかかれば虫取り網と一緒にはせ参じます。
オッケー。じゃあ張り込みの時はよろしく頼むぜ。
任せてください。ようちゃん、複雑な顔してる。
I'm thinking about her job and the nighttime stakeouts. To make sure Chinami doesn't do anything rash, is keeping an eye out for her the only option? So, are you alright with Chinami working?
もちろん。っていうか、反対してるのようちゃんだけだよ。
Not my fault if the nuclear warhead blows up on you.
大丈夫だよ。ちなみちゃんが失敗しても、ようちゃんがフォローしてくれるか
Can she really consider that fine?
ら。それに、ちなみちゃんって接客業に向いてると思うしね。
You think?
ちなみちゃんがいると、みんな笑顔になるから。
I forgot when, but Aunt Chino had also said that. Something along the lines of Chinami being a nuclear warhead, but having the ability to make everyone get along. Although she admitted it wasn't the best analogy.
ま、異論はねえな。聞き込みの時もちなみちゃんが相手だと向こうは警戒しねえし。
Suzuha, someone who was afraid of strangers, grew emotionally attached to Chinami. Even Aoi's attitude has gotten a lot milder compared to at first.
麻生先輩、期待に応えられるよう頑張りますから、今後ともよろしくお願いします。こちらこそよろしくね。
She really has talent for making friends. I know that this is further backed by her enthusiasm, there is no denying it.
お兄ちゃん、忘れてそうだから今のうちに言っとくけど、帰ったらお小遣いよろしくね。
Didn't you say you didn't need it?
事情が変わったんだよ。肝試しのために宇宙人捕獲グッズを揃えないといけないからね。虫取り網だけじゃ心もとないから、これは決定事項で変更不可なんだよ。
Finish off your holiday homework first, you can have it afterwards.
そっちは妖精さんに任せるつもりだから、ちなみのポンコツ声だよ。だからお小遣いちょうだいね。
My idiot of a sister's strong points are simply buried amongst her plethora of bad points. What are you talking about? There are no bad points. Anyway, I think I'll end this episode here, so thanks for watching everyone, and have a nice day. Bye bye!